Yes. New York approves home cannabis cultivation, allowing adults to grow their own plants, you guys. That's right. On Tuesday, the New York Cannabis Control Board officially approved and adopted the regulations allowing adults 21 years and older to cultivate homegrown cannabis plants. Here come those rooftop grows, Rico, we've been hearing about for centuries. Each adult is allowed to grow up to 6 plants with a max of 12 plants in a household, including residences that you own or rent, like a room, home, apartment, mobile home, co-op, or other residential spaces, according to the OCM. During the Cannabis Control Board meeting, 105 additional adult use licenses were also approved, bringing the total so far this year to 654 issued licenses. Nicole Nadai, I'm sorry if I murder your name, a cultivator and hemp farmer in New York, was at a meeting and said there were a lot of people. In a quote, some people are just so very upset and they have a lot of statistics, but just not really sure how much of that really relates to people who have spent so much money waiting, said Nadai. Nadai has also started her own homegrown program offering resources and support to growers. She says she left there celebrating after the official adoption of the homegrown cultivation laws. In a quote, "I am delighted to hear about this," said Nadai. If you can grow a fraction of what of that, it saves some money. I think it would be helpful in addition to that. Like, I think it's a plant. If you can grow a good tomato plant, you can grow a good cannabis plant just for your own personal use. This way, you don't have to spend as much money at the dispensary, she says. The OCM says a person can grow up to 3 mature and 3 immature plants at any one time, but no residents can have more than 6 mature or 6 immature plants. Local dispensaries are also in support of the announcement, and the OCM's adoption of homegrown rules will also allow licensed adult use dispensaries, micro-businesses, and registered organizations to offer immature cannabis plants for sale. Mirsky says Stage 1 will be one of the locations where you can purchase a cannabis plant. And in a quote, supposed to happen for a while, everybody's known that you're going to grow at home. We've just kind of been waiting for that regulation to officially be passed, said Stage 1 dispensary owner-operator Josh Mirsky. And this Saturday, Stage will be celebrating its first anniversary in the Capital Region with a celebration of food and trucks and outdoor live music starting at noon and ending late in the evening, you guys. Well, it sounds like it's a big win for home growers. 6 mature plants, 6 immature plants. I just wonder if they have a definition for immature and mature plants, because the federal government has a definition, and a mature plant is only defined as a mature plant once it's ready for harvest. But nonetheless, I can't wait to hear what you guys have to say about this.
I had literally the same exact question as you, Jason, because it's something that we've been trying to figure out in Minnesota too, right? Like, what is a plant, right? Like, is a clone a plant? Like, once it has like established roots, does it have to be a certain height? And no one seems to be able to answer that question.
Well, I will say this: once it has roots, it's certified as a plant. It has to have roots. If you just cut a clone, it's not designated as a plant until it has roots.
It's not defined that way in our law, as far as I know.
Well, you guys need a better definer. Maybe your state should have hired me. I could have helped them out a lot. Apparently,
missed opportunity.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So my question is, on these home grows, are these local jurisdictions going to have the ability to require you to put it behind a 6-foot fence or inside of a greenhouse? Or, I've seen pictures of
New York
by buildings. They're building on their porch out there, their patio, and I think that's cool. But in California here, you can have a local jurisdiction say it can't be so close to a property line. It's got to be indoors. There's all sorts of little things that can tag onto this, which make it difficult or impossible to make 6 plants, last you for a year.
I would imagine New York being so similar on policy to California, I would imagine that they would have something in place like that. But I think but I know that New York has a big strain on their power grid. And can you imagine how many people are going to go and buy like a little 600-watt light and throw in their apartment and whatnot? And what a big drain this is going to be on the power grid.
Solar.
There ain't no one doing solar. And not enough people that live in buildings have a rooftop to have a sun-grown rooftop like what the mayor wanted.
Hey, man, it's making Mayor Eric Adams' dream come true.
Right?
Cultivation on every rooftop.
On every rooftop. Cut it out, bro. Cut it out. Where are the air conditioners going to fit?
Get them, jump out, boys. Get them.
Oh,
How close can you grow to a school? You know, or a daycare center before you get all the, what about the kids all freaked out?
I'll tell you what, though. You know, with these little rooftop grows, though, Rico, it would be good if it would be easy if they had camp out there. They could just drop down, just sit on the rooftop. Probably no one's going to even be up there. Just do their thing. They could let the plants fall to the ground and be on their way.
Little shop of horrors.
Yep, exactly. Exactly.
On that note,
In my experience, if you got weed growing outdoors, teenagers are going to steal it from you. Only primaries here.
That's such facts. Everybody I know in any kind of city environment that tries to grow in their own garden has teenagers in the neighborhood that steal their shit.
Yeah, little young punks.
Yeah.
Up to no good.
A slow response from law enforcement. It's like, I don't give a shit about your neighbors stealing your weed plants. We got bigger things to worry about.
Exactly. Technically, we'll come and arrest you for diverting to minors. That's probably what would happen out there.
Dale giving us a get off my lawn.
Don't step on the grass.
Oh, no.